There's something deeply wrong with my husband, and I don't think anyone believes me anymore. It started small, so small I almost ignored it. After nearly 40 years of marriage, you learn a person's habits like your own heartbeat, their routines, their preferences, their little quirks. So when George handed me my morning tea and got the sugar wrong, I noticed. 3 sugars. Always 3. That morning, it was 2. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But that was just the beginning. That same morning, he didn't want porridge. George always had porridge. Instead, he asked for sausages, like it was normal, like he'd always done it. But he hadn't. Not once. In 40 years. Then there were the trains. George loved his model trains. Obsessed over them. So when I saw him browsing one online, I knew immediately something was wrong. Wrong scale. Completely incompatible. And yet, he didn't notice. That's when the unease started settling in. By dinner, I couldn't ignore it anymore. He ordered a curry he had never eaten in his life. A madras. And 4 naan. George could barely finish 1. But that night, he devoured everything. Messy. Hungry. Animal-like. Using his hands. Chewing. Loudly. That night, I called my daughter, Rebecca. I thought she'd understand. I thought she'd hear it in my voice, that something wasn't right. But she didn't. She said I was overreacting, that people forget things, that people change. But people don't change overnight. Not like that. Later, I saw him, standing in the shed, watching me, perfectly still, in the dark, just watching. That night, when he came to bed, I knew. Before he even touched me, I knew. The way he moved, the way he breathed, it wasn't him. And then, he whispered in my ear, "I killed your husband." Morning came, and everything was normal again. The smile, the tea, 3 sugars, exactly as it should be. For a moment, I thought I had imagined everything. Maybe I was losing my mind. Until breakfast. He didn't eat like a man. He tore into the food, drank porridge straight from the bowl. And when he looked at me, that smile, that wasn't George. I ran, straight to the police, told them everything, every detail, every fear. And do you know what they said? They said it wasn't a police matter. So I went back home. Because I had to. Because they were coming to check. And I thought, if they saw him, they'd know. But when the police arrived, they believed him, not me. He smiled, spoke calmly, called me unwell, confused. And they believed every word. As they were leaving, it stood beside me, hand on my shoulder, and whispered, "No one will ever believe you." I grabbed a knife. I didn't care what it was anymore. I just wanted it gone. But it laughed, told me things about George, terrible things, things I refused to believe. I ran again, out into the storm, into the garden, to the shed. And that's where I found him. My husband. My real husband. Dead. Rotting. On the floor. He had been there for days. And now, they say I'm insane. They say I didn't notice his death. That I imagined everything. But I know what I saw. I know what came back with him. And the worst part, it's still out there. I found the letter on my desk at 8:15 in the morning. Sealed, plain, with my name written on it. No company logo, no signature. Just my name. Inside was a single page. And the first line said, "This is not a formal resignation letter. Even though I am resigning today." It was written by someone I barely knew, a coworker from another floor, and it was addressed specifically to me. They said they had been watching my desk. Not me. The desk. They said 3 people had sat there before me. None of them lasted. Then it got worse. They described things that I had never told anyone. The flickering light above my head, the one I reported 2 weeks ago. And then, the missing time. They said I would start losing minutes. 10, 20 at a time. No memory. No trace. So, I checked. My sent emails, my browser history, my activity logs. There were gaps. 14 of them. Moments where I had been at my desk, but not there. Then the letter mentioned dreams, said not to talk about them. Ever. Not even think about them too much. Because that's how it finds you. According to the letter, something is under the building. Not in it. Under it. Directly beneath my desk. Something that reaches up. Through the floor. Through the chair. Through me. At lunch, I found her. The woman on the 4th floor. The one mentioned in the letter. She looked wrong. Not sick. Not tired. But permanently exhausted. One of her eyes never fully closed. She confirmed everything. The missing time, the dreams, the thing below. And then she told me how she survives. Quiet, tense. She sleeps with one eye open every night for 2 years. Because if both eyes close, it takes you. I'm back at my desk now. The light is still flickering. I've been counting. Every flicker. Every minute. I don't know if I believe it. But I know this. I'm watching everything now. Because something is watching me too. At 200 feet below the ocean, you are completely alone. No light, no sound, just pressure and darkness. Your only connection to the surface is a single lifeline, an umbilical cord, air, heat, communication. Everything comes through that line. If it fails, you die. That day started like any other.
Routine dive, pipeline repair. Nothing unusual. Until the air changed. It tasted sweet. That's not normal. But then, I started feeling it. Warmth. Euphoria. Like everything was okay. Like nothing could hurt me. And then I saw it. Floating. Just beyond the light. Huge. Shapeless. Like a living mass of translucent flesh. Its tendrils reached out and wrapped around my lifeline.
And then it pierced it. The sweetness intensified. My head spun. My body went weak. And then I heard her voice. My wife. She died 3 years ago. I buried her. I watched them lower her into the ground. But there she was, speaking to me. Clear. Perfect. She told me the air was poison, that the people above were trying to kill me. She begged me to take off my helmet. Said she was waiting for me, that we could be together again. And I believed her. I reached for the latch, pulled the first pin. One more, and I would have drowned instantly. Then, my supervisor screamed in my ear, and everything exploded. Emergency blow up. Full pressure. My suit inflated. I was ripped off the ocean floor. Launched toward the surface. As I rose, I saw it again. Inside that creature was a human face. Dead. Preserved. Connected. Watching me. I survived. Barely. They say it was narcosis. A hallucination. A malfunction. I signed the report. Agreed with everything. Because I don't want to explain the truth. But if you ever dive that deep and your air tastes sweet, don't trust the voice. Because the person you love is not down there. Something else is.